Well, good evening, baseball fans. This is SESN on SBC. I'm Capitalist speaking here at the microphone today. It's been a while since I've been able to actually have my voice on the waves, as my roommate was sick. Well, first out already underway. I was just gonna give my spiel. Baser was leading off for St. Louis, and as you saw, popped out to first. It's Archers and the Philadelphia Surge today here. It's going to be a battle of two teams hoping to keep up with the Pittsburghs and the Houstons, and all those other, those teams are up there in the standings. Here's Glubby, batting second here for St. Louis. Glubby's been, as you see, not very strong with the bat. Always trying to improve, but 3-pitch strikeout certainly isn't what you want. It's CuzaAckerman on the mound here today for the Surge. I'd say he's doing pretty good. I think this is his second start. Well, here's the assistant manager, Killer the Beast Jake. Jake is standing in in the manager's spot today, as CP fired, cannot make it. Fouls that one, third base side. Count even at 1-1, and he's having a pretty good season thus far. I mean, 3 home runs already as he takes that one outside. Count 2-1. I'm usually accompanied by someone in the booth, whether it's my main man Morgana or Tyrese Halliburton, who most of you know called IPU last season. Today it's just me, so hopefully I have a lot to say. Here's a 2-2. It's hit up the middle, and it's going to get past a diving second base. Center fielder is up with the ball, and Jake has the first single on the day, first hit for St. Louis, and it brings up Perdizzle, who has been in fine form there for 44 clip. Certainly nothing to cast aside. Lefty on left here. Ackerman cruised through the first 2 batters on 4 pitches. Had a little trouble with Jake, and Jake got a clean single. Fouled to the screen, and the count 0-1. Swing and a miss. I was expecting something a little faster and didn't have that one timed up. Ackerman coming quick now. Half swing down the third base side. Just fights it off. Stay alive. So Jake's still standing at first, and here's the pitch. Outside. 1-2. It's gonna be a little tough here, as you see. Both St. Louis and Philadelphia wearing black primary uniforms. It'd be hard to tell from afar, but St. Louis in the stripes, as Perdizzle has the count even now, and the deuces are wild at 2-2. The 2-2 here is down the heart of the plate, and Perdizzle cannot catch up with it. Strikes out swinging. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. To the bottom half of the first we go, and the score is still St. Louis nothing, Philadelphia nothing. This is the Philadelphia playing manager Friotech, as KaylaPlayz to take the mound. Been hit hard, was effective enough the first time around, got knocked from the box. I believe that was against Pittsburgh. In the second go, as first offering is swung on and missed underneath it by the playing manager Friotech. As we know, player managers only allowed 2 at-bats, and they both must occur before the 7th and a half inning, as that's hit out to right center field. It's going to be a long run for the center fielder, but a diving catch is made, and there's one down here in the bottom half of the first. It brings up the pitcher Ackerman, as I have no idea what's happening. There we go. Long fly out for Friotech. He gave it a good ride, but just didn't carry enough as Ackerman waves at that one on way outside on the curve. Kayla, on opening day, was supposed to pitch, but she had the Darren O'Day animation selected by mistake. Of course, one of the banned animations. Instead, the catcher geeked. She took the slab and pitched brilliantly on their opening day victory. Here's the 0-2 now on Ackerman, and he swung over the top of that one, and down he goes. So Kayla got a little bit of a scare with the leadoff in Friotech. As here's God mode, batting far from godly, 263, very respectable, but not of a deity. Hits that one up the middle. I speak a little too soon. It's gonna fall in front of the center fielder, and man aboard here for Philadelphia. So both sides with a hit with 2 outs in their first half. Brings up Kingshire with 1 on and 2 away. Swings and misses that out one. Strike 1. Just didn't have that one timed up. Some batters like to guess early on. Some batters like to wait, like Labor Torres of the Tigers, as he's under that one and now in an 0-2 hole. Kayla looking for the kill here, and here's the pitch, swung over the top on the backbreaker, and it's no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. To the top half of the second we go. Score remains St. Louis nothing and Philadelphia nothing. As here is catcher geek now. Top half of the second leading off. It was almost identical innings for pitchers Kayla and Ackerman. Both got a pop out or fly out, strikeout, single, strikeout. So he's been in a bit of a slump since the beginning of the season. A hit here and there, but certainly not what you would expect. Caught guessing there, swung at a way high curve. Count now 0-2. Took a second in the batter's box, regain her bearings. 0-2. Here's Ackerman's pitch. Oh, way out in front of that one and nowhere near the zone for strike 3. And it brings up her battery mate, KaylaPlayz. Also in a bit of a mire. Just that, I think that's like 1 hit. 1 hit in 9 at-bats. Or probably 2 in 18 at this point in the season. Swung and missed. Strike 2. So Ackerman challenging these batters, and the batters not able to really punish him. Caught looking there. Strike 3. Just thought that one was going to curve out of the zone, but it started so far towards the center of the plate. And with that type of break, surely you have to swing at that. Well, here's Money Money. Come off the bench a couple times, if I recall correctly. Nothing untoward. As of now. Swings and misses. That was a good pitch at the corner. And count now 0-2. Ackerman looking to strike out the side here. And here's the pitch. Oh, right down the heart of the plate. And nothing Money seemed to do was right in that at bat. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. 3 strikeouts in the inning by Ackerman. And the score remains St. Louis nothing and Philadelphia nothing coming to bat. So it's going to be Evie batting first for Philadelphia. KaylaPlayz still on the mound for the Archers. Sorry. No one on the St. Louis team has permissions, and I accidentally closed the chat. But that's foul to the third base side. Count now 0-1. Southpaw is ready, and here's the pitch. Fouled away again, the third base side. Reached out for that one. get you some scores from across the league, in Major League Baseball, that is. As after this 0-2, it's hit up the middle. That is towards the warning track, but the center fielder there to make the catch for first out here in the inning. Excuse me. Brings up. Yeah. MXR. As that's hit out to right field and is going to be caught. I believe that's that's What Did You Do? Sorry, I was looking at the wrong team list. Fly out to right field, excuse me. Nerdy boy. It's in 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Outside and in the dirt. As I was going to say, final scores from across the league. In Atlanta, Athletics lost to the Braves 5-1. Chris Sale pitched beautiful that game. I watched most of it in the morning. As that's fouled to the first base side. Jake misplay that one. Probably could have got that if he was running all the way. Severino just had no control and took the loss. As that's hit up the middle by Nerdy Boy, and that's going to be a base hit here. Second of the day for Philadelphia. Brings up Bobbert. I remember a man called Babuerto. I highly doubt that it's a fake. Anyways, in Philadelphia, Phillies came back with a 2-run ninth to steal a win from the Washington Nationals. Final score in 10 innings was Phillies 6 and Nats 5. Another extra inning game in St. Louis. Cards won in the 11th inning over the Mets 2-1 as Bobbert has struck out swinging here. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left, and another solid inning of work for KaylaPlayz. Score remains St. Louis nothing and Philadelphia nothing. Archers come to bat here in the top half of the third. It's going to be 8-9-1. What did you do? Recorded a putout in right field, and we'll bat here. Sorry, misread my scorecard as first pitch is strike 1. Ackerman gets, what did you do to swing at a inside pitch? But it hit him in real life. 0-2. Oh, right down the heart of the plate. That is 5 strikeouts in a row for Ackerman. And it's him now. Him. Just call him him. See if he is him. In Chicago, at Wrigley Field, Angels lost 6-2 to the Cubs as him check swings at a ball over the plate. In San Diego, Padres romped the Giants by 7-1. So that's outside, count 1-0. In Baltimore, Orioles won their third over the Rangers 8-3. That's exact score as it's 1-2 now. In Cincinnati, Pirates won 8-3. As 6 strikeouts in a row now for Ackerman. As him looks at that one. Here's Baster now. 0-for-1, popped out to first base. His first at bat. Takes that pitch inside, 1-0. In Toronto, Rockies surprisingly got a 2-1 victory. Gaussman pitched well. I watched the extra inning. Gaussman pitched well, but they got to a reliever the inning after. It's Colorado, as 2-0 is fouled to the first base side. Kyle Freeland pitched good. Didn't pitch much better than he did against Miami on opening day. Rockies look a lot more competent this year. I don't think they'll be a winning team. In Miami, Marlins won over the White Sox. It was a Sandy Alcantara shutout, 10-0. He finished that on 93 pitches. As 2-2 is taken high, and the count now full at 3-2. Baster long at bat here. Ackerman has set most of St. Louis down quickly. That's foul to the first base side and stays alive. Glubby would be on deck, and he struck out swinging in the first. In Milwaukee, it was Brewers 8, Rays 2. That was a score as far as I can remember for most of that game. As the payoff pitch again is hit out to the right side, over the head of the diving first baseman, way into the outfield, right fielder AFK. Baster rounds first and heads to second. The throw will be not in time. It's going to be a stand-up double, and that's Evie, I believe. And what were they doing? They were picking daisies in right field, a la Little League. Well, second hit of the day for Philadelphia. I mean, St. Louis, excuse me. As that's hit out to short, long throw in time. 6-3, the put out. No runs on one hit, no errors, and one left. Ackerman had a series of striking out 6 in a row, and that double does not affect them. So still 0-0 here as we approach the bottom half of the third. So that's hit out to third base side. That's fouled. Oh, second deck almost. Count 0-2. This is the 9th batter. Ashub in the dirt. 1-2. I'm being asked to make substitutions on behalf of St. Louis as it's swung and a miss, strike 3. And Houston Astros won their 5th. Burrows got the victory, I believe, in relief. Won by a score of 6-4. Here's Big Roy batting for Friotech now. Pinch hit here in the 3rd inning. So Friotech 0 for 1 today and is done. 0-2 on Big Roy. They got to Crochet in the 5th inning, 3-run 5th. That was almost the margin of victory after a 2-run first. In Arizona, Zach Gallen outdueled Tarek Skubal. 1 run was scored in the 1st inning by the Diamondbacks. That was all they needed. As that's hit out to right center, and I think that's Glubby ranging back to make the 2nd out here. Bottom half of the 3rd. Here's the pitcher, Ackerman. D-backs won 1-0, by the way. Your ongoing scores are Royals 3, Twins 0. It's the middle half of the 3rd. And Guardians Dodgers just started. Bottom the 1st, Dodger half, and no score. Your other final, excuse me, I missed one. I was watching this game most of the day. So here's the 0-1, that's in there on the bottom half of the zone. Okay. I guess I have to go team someone. Swung and missed, strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. How do I get out of this? Back here in the top half of the fourth now. Jake bounds that one to short. On to first. In time, excuse me. Here's Perdizzle. So 3, 4, 5. That would be 5 already, as Perdizzle 0-2 struck out swinging in the first. It's a real pitcher's duel, and Perdizzle looked to bunt, and down he goes. Brings up Geeked. Gotta get something going. Nobody's got anything going. 0-1. Evie out in right field, responsible for the second St. Louis hit by being AFK in the middle of the game. 0-2 now. Swung and missed on that one. Curve outside. You know, they're not going to give you anything to hit if you swing at everything. And that's true for both sides. Here's the 0-2. It's down the hard of the plate, and I guess I'm lying. 1, 2, 3, they go again. No runs. No hits. No errors. None left. Ackerman has 9 strikeouts through 3.5 innings, and the score remains St. Louis 0, and Philadelphia 0. Well, here's God Mode. Has one of the Philadelphia 2 hits. Singled in the first with 2 away. And we'll lead off here. It's God Mode, Kincher, Evie. 3, 4, 5. KaylaPlayz is good pitch count shape, as is Ackerman as well. 1-0. Taken inside. That's hit up the middle, and that's caught by Glubby out in center field. Ranged and made the play for the first out here. Kincher now. I wrote Kincher. Close enough, I guess, if you really think about it in the grand scheme of things. 0-1. Taken outside half. I have 6 pings. and 2. And that's fouled, first base side. The 0-2 now. Oh, down Broadway, and he missed it for strike 3. Brings up EB now. Flew out to center field. Long fly leading off the second. That's hit second, on to first for the third out. Sorry, I have to keep conversing with the St. Louis captains and assistant manager because they don't have any permissions. Kind of need that. Kayla has worked a 1-2-3 inning. It's no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. And the top half of the fifth, it's nothing still. Both teams with 2 hits. Pitcher on pitcher here, Kayla versus Ackerman. Once he toes the slab here. 6, 7, 8 in the St. Louis order. KaylaPlayz. Money, what did you do? But that's going to be Matthew when they come up. That's hit to third base. The flare was caught for the first out. Here's Money, second at bat. Struck out swinging last time up. 0-2 now. Swung and missed. Strike 3. Down goes money. That's hit to short. On to first. In time. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get copyrighted. Alright. What's the command? Sub slash. Okay. Well, all I know is Matthew made out. I didn't see what happened. No runs, 1 hit. No hits, no errors, none left. Oh, Texas Leaguer. I'm not in free cam. What the hell? Okay. Well. Single for MXR. Third Philadelphia hit. Bottom half of the 5th here, and no score. Over. Heart of the plate, 0-2. Nerdy boy, singled his last time up. One and two. Fouled for third base side. Nerdy boy stays alive here. Count still 1 and 2. Here's the 1-2. Swung and missed. Strike 3 on a ball that would have hit his midriff. First out here. Bobber it now. Struck out swinging. First time up in the second. Here's the 0-1. Wave to that one over the top. 0-2. Kayla takes her time. Runner on first, MXR. It's ready now. Got Baster dancing around at short. And the pitch. Over the head windup. And foul to the third base side. Do it again at 0-2. Clubby moved over to the left. Juju in center. Astro in right. Astro making his IPU debut today. Was signed mid-season. Here's the 0-2. Hit to third base over the head of Perdizzle. Glubby up with it, and it'll be runners at first and second with only one away. Fourth hit for Philadelphia. And here's Ashub. So Philadelphia threatening here. Bobbert fought well and rewarded with a clean single over the head of the third baseman. Here's the pitch. High, 1-0. Kayla needs to bear down here. It's scoreless tie. Bottom half of the fifth inning. Philadelphia threatening here. Ashub struck out swinging to open the third. Last time up. Swings over the top of a nice curve on the inside edge. Even at 1-1. Final scores from across the IPU League. Edmonton 11, Chicago Ravens 1, Anaheim 4, Houston 2, Miami 2, Minnesota nothing. As that's popped foul, third base side. Well, that was a strikeout, by the way, for all those who couldn't see. That's hit foul by Big Roy. Pops foul to catcher to escape the jam for St. Louis. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. Kayla gets in and out of trouble. Keep the score. St. Louis nothing, Philadelphia nothing. Something wet my scorecard. Must have been some liquid on the table, but I can't see it. Must have soaked it all up. Ackerman is still out here for the top half of the 6th. It's going to be 9-1-2. Astro replacing him. Him struck out looking in lone at bat. 0-1. Swings and misses. 0-2. Laying down a bunt here. He ran. What is he running? What? How is he safe? Well, infield single on the bunt. Swung and miss. Strike one on Baster. That's hit up the middle, right at the second baseman. Second himself, onto first. 4-3 double play. There are 2 outs now. So Baster, absent 4-3 double play. 1-0 now. Glovey outside. Hit up the middle. Hit up the middle. Freaking hell. In the heart of the plate. Excuse me. 1-1. Now it's fouled to the third base side. Makes the seats and that gentleman home with a souvenir. 1-2 on Glovey now. Hit in Bermuda Triangle here between center, right, and second. Center fielder is up with it to make the catch. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, none left. Double play squanders the leadoff single. And the score to the bottom of the 6th. It's now still St. Louis nothing, Philadelphia nothing. KaylaPlayz out here. Off Ackerman. Where is the right fielder? That's going to be a base hit. And to second now, Ackerman. Not looking for thirds. Going to stop right there. And Philadelphia threatens immediately. 5 hits. There we go. 1-0 now, as that's in the dirt on God mode. So Ackerman breaks his goose egg at the plate with a leadoff double. God mode 1 for 2 today. Flew to center last time up as he waves at that one. Evens the count of 1-1. It's going to be 3-4-5. God mode, Kingshire, Evie. After that leadoff double from Ackerman. 2-1 now is just another one in the dirt. Bottom half of the 6th and no score. We're going to have a stretch after this. Here's the 2-1. 3-1. Oh, a good take there by God mode. And Kayla might have to look to challenge here. That is hit well out to center field. Oh, he couldn't make. It's a ground rule double. And now score is 1-0 Philadelphia. Third on to first in time. Oh, here's EV. Quick flare. Oh, what a catch by the center fielder. Well, 2 outs now in the inning. Philadelphia now with 6 hits and 1 run. 1-0 on MXR. Singled last time up in the 5th and flew out to right in the 2nd. So Philadelphia is the first to score here. And that's hit down the left field line. It looks like it's going to be a 2nd run. And that might be enough the way this game's going. The throw down the baseline. It's going to be a... There's no one there. Where is this man covering 2nd? Luckily no harm done. Philadelphia 2, St. Louis nothing. 3rd hit in the inning, all doubles. And Nerdy Boy looking to tally on. RBI 2-bagger for MXR. Brings home God mode, who had ground rule doubled, to head away center field. 0-2 now. Here's the pitch. Fouled. First base side. Almost second deck. I didn't see who got it. The 0-2 now. Fouled. Third base side. Didn't make the seats. Just hit that one off the handle of the bat. The 0-2 now. Worm burner. Second baseman. Not paying attention. Single now. And a runner to third. Hit out to center field and, well, MXR comes around to score and Bobber has an RBI single. I need to catch up. 9 hits and 3 runs now for Philadelphia. Ashub here is going to be the 8th man up in the inning. Hit up the middle. Nobody there. Left fielder up with it. That's going to be 1 run across. And a runner at the corner. RBI single for Ashub. Want to know now? The pitch. Hit up the middle to short. Baster's there, I think. Take it himself to miraculously end the inning. 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. No errors and 2 left. Somehow no errors. So, at the end of 6 full innings, score reads Philadelphia 4, St. Louis nothing. Briefly pause for station identification. This is Seattle Electronic Sports Network, SESN, on Seattle Broadcasting Company, SBC. SESN on SBC. And we'll be here tomorrow for the next St. Louis game. Surge here, take the field. But now with a 4-run lead, Ackerman has pitched well, and Kayla did too, but fielding has cost him. Here's Jake now, as I need to go team someone again. Oh my goodness. I hate this. Sub/. Who is in Astro? Tap to short. Short on to first in time. And Jake out there now. Thank goodness I'm not actually streaming this on YouTube like we did last season for the Sonics, as I would be copyright by now and no one would be able to watch the VOD. 0-1 on for Dizzle, looking to avoid the hat trick of strikeouts. 0-2 now. And hat-trick Harry. Down goes Perdizzle by way of the K. Brings up Geeked. Also looking to avoid a hat-trick here. 0-2 with 2 strikeouts. Came in the 2nd and 4th innings. Top half of the 7th now. Swings and misses. 1-1. St. Louis being out hit by 7, but more importantly outscored by 4. 1-1 is over the heart of the plate, and it's now 1-2. I don't know why I said 0-1. Long day. I finally opened the chat. How close is the mic to you? It's actually not that close. Is it really that loud? You sent that 16 minutes ago. I just got to it. Well, down went Geeked. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Another good inning for Ackerman. Takes to the mound. St. Louis, nothing. Philadelphia, 4. Ackerman swings and misses. Strike 1. Someone said 43 minutes ago that they have hiccups and it's my fault. Well, that's a good April Fool's, as that is hit out to third base side and out of play in foul territory. 0-2. That's tapped foul. Count remains 0-2. Reminder that in the Philadelphia 6th, they batted around the order. All 9 men came to the plate to the tune of 4 runs on 6 hits. That's the margin of difference. Kayla, unfortunately, bearing the brunt of that. It could be 2-0 if the second baseman was paying attention. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed over the top of that one. Strike 3. Kayla with now 10 strikeouts. If St. Louis records 12 strikeouts on the mound, Carl's Clam Chowder will give you a free bowl of steaming hot clam chowder. 12 Ks, bowl of Carl's Clam Chowder. I also have Good Lobster Bisque. We found out last season, those of you that are unaware. As here's the 0-1, and it's high, 1-1. Codman is 2 for 3 today. Ground rule double, RBI, opened the scoring in the 6th. And a single as that's hit over the head of the third baseman, but Baster makes a great jumping catch to record. Second out here. 6 more outs for St. Louis at the bat, and they need to get 4 runs. That's foul to the first base side. Oh, 1 now. The pitch is high. 1-1. Jeez. They really need to give someone perms. That's hit out the middle. Oh my god, that's hit a little more than up the middle. Right center field. That ball is gone for a home run. It was, if you forgive me, it was a high arcing ball. Just got enough of it and muscle that one all the way. Philadelphia now at a 5-0 lead. And how about that from Kingshire? Really enjoyed that home run. Really needed it. It was 0 for 3 on the day. Brings up Evie now. It's also 0 for 3 today, and looking to not have the same fate of being, different fate of being 0 for 4. Looking to be 1 for 4. Well, doesn't look like St. Louis has done anything in this inning. Sharky for Astro. How did Astro get back on the field is anyone's guess. Matthew is coming in. Dang, watching the stream mid at bat is crazy work. Subs slash Sharky. Oops. Subs. Uh-oh. Can't be playing while I'm doing this. Sub slash Astro. Jesus. I hate listening to this modern music. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm tripping. Alright. Oh. While we were busy, EV singled, and MXR now 2-0 count. Matthew is responsible for the runner on first, as swung on and missed. Matthew, get you the line score for Kayla in just a minute. Left after the home run. Still 5-0 Philadelphia, and Deuce is wild here, 2-2. Swung and missed on that one. It's really hard to do this all by myself, but you know, that's just how it is sometimes. Right-hander's ready, and here's the pitch. Waved to end the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. Kayla knocked from the box after an unfortunate 6 2/3. And your score now, Philadelphia 5, St. Louis nothing. Sharky batting for Kayla here in the 6th position to lead off the 8th. Swung and missed, strike 1. Way outside on that one. Kayla 0 for 2 today at the plate. Sharky coming in here in the 8th inning. 0-2 now. That one down the center of the zone. 0-2. Swung and missed, strike 3. And another strikeout for Ackerman. Here's Juju making his first plate appearance of today, pinch hitting for Money. Money 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Rifled that one foul. First base side came out swinging. Oh, 1-1. Took a second to register. Other scores across the league. Florida 13. San Diego 1. But is it the other team? Okay, never mind. I think they just had it in the wrong order. Forfeit in 5 innings. As the 2-2 pitch is hit up the middle, it's going to be over the head of Kingshire. Bounces off the wall. Juju is looking for 2, and he's going to come back here. Pinch hit single in the top half of the 8th. A little bit of life for St. Louis, and they haven't had it for some time. It's only their 4th hit. Philadelphia outscoring them compared to how many hits they have. Brings up Matthew. Matthew was 0 for 1, and I was trying to figure out how he made out in the 5th because I had to do other things. Because I have to do everything for some reason, including being an official, even though I'm not an official. And teaming the St. Louis players. But you know what? No business like show business, as check down first is uneventful, as Juju was glued to it. Here's the 0-1. Swung and missed. Strike 2. 0-2 is high. Try to get him to chase. Oh my goodness. After the set bat. Here's the 1-2. Swung and miss. Strike 3. Get me off the field. Well, while we were doing that, Matthew made out somehow, and I didn't see, as that's out to right field, and a great catch. Okay. Manager is finally here. Been doing his work for too long, but I don't blame him. He had a track meet. Fly out to right. Who made that out? The world wonders. Oh. Okay. I can't even say anything. I wasn't ready. It's the bottom half of the 8th. And... sorry. 2 strikeouts, I think. 6 runs on 13 hits now. I don't want to rewrite the text with autopilot. Okay. Well, leadoff home run for Nerdy Boy. Robert, 2 for 3. RBI singled his last time up in the 6th, singled in the 5th, struck out swinging in the 2nd. Outside, 1-2. One, 2 is uncompetitive. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Your scores from across the Major League Diamonds: Kansas City 5, Minnesota 1, Twins 5th, and Cleveland, the Guardians 2, and the Dodgers nothing, in the Guardian 4th. Payoff pitch here is foul to third base side, and we'll do it again. Oh. That's one way to go out. Looking for strike 3. Ashab here. Singled, RBI'd singled in the 6th, last time up in that. Batting around the order, way underneath that one, strike 1. Matthew is still on the mound. Gave up that home run after coming in relief the inning prior, the bottom half of the 7th, with 2 outs. It's been Ackerman all the way for Philadelphia, looking to finish the shutout. I would assume so, with such a lead in the 9th. Well, Ashab fouled that one to the third base side. Count now 1-2. It's going to be Big Roy on deck as Ashab strikes out looking for the K. RBI Goy. How did I... okay. Maybe I don't know. I guess I just can't read it. Well, strike 1 on Big Roy, as I'm going to call him, because that's what I saw somehow. And 1-1, as that's in the dirt. Tough day at the office for St. Louis, as here's the 1-1. Swung and missed underneath. 1 strike away from going to St. Louis 9th here. 1-2. Pitch is swung on a miss, strike 3, and down goes Big Roy. So a leadoff home run, but then 3 strikeouts thereafter. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, none left. To the top of the 9th we go. And your score here in Philadelphia is the Surge 6 and the St. Louis Archers nothing. They've got 4 hits, and here's money and the leadoff spot. The 9th went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts earlier on. Left-handed pitch. The pitcher still Ackerman. Excuse me. Not even tired. Swung and miss. Strike 2. Outside, it's going to be 1, 2, 3 here. Money, Glubby, Jake, as Money strikes out swinging to open up the 9th frame. Now Glubby, 0 for 3 today, flew out to center field in the 6th, grounded short to first in the 3rd, struck out swinging in the 1st. And comes out of the gate swinging here, 0-1. Good day all around for Philadelphia. 6 runs on 13 hits as Glubby takes that one inside. No runs on 4 hits for St. Louis with 2 outs left in their game. Here's the pitch. It's weakly nubbed to 3rd. 3rd on to 1st. The throw wide and a base hit for Glubby. Well, how about that? Glubby aboard here with the 5th St. Louis hit. Let's see if Astro has another meandering bunt here. Swings in the dirt of that one. Strike 1. Here's the 0-2. Down he goes on 3 straight pitches. Trying to hit a 6-run homer. Here's Cool Dude. Batting for the first time in the game for Dizzle. 3 strikeouts. Swings and misses that one. Here's the 0-2. And the pitch is popped to catcher to end the game. Well, it was a pitcher's duel all the way until the 6th inning, and then Philadelphia broke open with 4 runs on 6 hits, a lot of doubles, and a couple singles too. And then a pair of home runs came after in the 7th and 8th innings respectively. And it's a complete game shutout for Ackerman on 99 pitches. And boy, what a day. He struck out, let's see here, as there was no runs, 1 hit, no errors, none left in that inning. 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 14. He struck out 16. And let me tell you, I think the Major League record, Tom Chaney, 21. You even strike out 10, you're having a good day. You strike out 16, hope you have a lot of champagne ready. Well, I mean, there's nothing to say for St. Louis. 3 of their hits, I would say, were not really quality hits. Their pitching, Kayla pitched very well until defense mostly let her down in the 6th inning. Of course, a bit of hard contact certainly doesn't help you in that aspect. But when your second baseman doesn't pay attention, that costs you 2 runs, you know, what are you going to do? And the offense just not in it the entire game. So everyone left, so I don't have the line scores because Oh, never mind. Here we are. So, I mean, I guess that's it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching and listening. This was SESN on SBC. I'm Capitalist. I'll be here tomorrow, hopefully joined by one of my backup analysts, Tyrese Halliburton. Most you know is Connor Flows. Did IPU last season, season 7. And, well, wishing everyone good night, and hope to see you again. This is Capitalist signing off. Thank you.